Hello viewers, Namaskar. Welcome to this session on engaging with the foundational stages of your project. Especially those students who has enrolled in our program Master of Arts in Sustainability Science, one of the unique program of this university and probably the one and only program in India in the field of sustainability science. We're offering, as you know, in two delivery mode. One is online and another is a conventional open distance learning system. So the student, after completion of more than 1 year and after having an understanding of the basic foundation on sustainability science and looking into different approaches, tools and techniques related to in this discipline in the last 1.5 years as a process of academic exploration in this sustainability science. As you know, the second year we are having this project as a component, MSDP-018. When you look into that, first question in your mind is how to go the processes of this project, what I am supposed to do with this. So after you taken readmission in second year, the first queries come to us is, we have project in this year, what we are supposed to do. Though we have already put different information, project handbook and related information in the suitable portal. For online in LMS portal, for ODEL we have web-enabled academic support system also. But still, sometimes student is not able to understand that. So looking into this perspective, I would like to share with all of you what are the basic foundational stages you have to understand in this process of MSDP-018. In this session, I will try to focus on the different processes, means key steps from inception to this submission of project project report. Then we are trying to look into. I'm trying to explain you. When we are doing in the project, it is compulsion to identify supervisor and who are eligible to become a supervisor, what are their roles. And when you talk about project proposal, as you know, we have two basic process. One is submission of project proposal. Then after that, you have to prepare full report. So I will try to look into highlight what are the key contents of that project proposal and full report. There also we are going to look into where to submit, which is one of the basic questions students always ask themselves, though we already given in the suitable site and information is already given in the project handbook also. So we are going to re-look into revisiting together on the basic information on the key processes of project preparation. Here you will see what are the different steps that involve in preparing project. First, selection of topic is very important. The second is, you need to, as I mentioned that it is compulsion, you have to work under a supervisor to complete the entire process of developing, conceptualizing, developing, and working on the project. So you need to consult a supervisor. Then after consultation with you prepare a proposal, and then proposal has to be submitted to the, depending upon which delivery mode you are taking in admission, that's I'm going to explain that. Then you will be communicated after submission of project proposal, you will be communicated about the status of your project proposal. Once it is approved, then you start to work on the this full report. Then you have to submit the full report at suitable. If it is online to a student, you have to upload in our site, and for ODEL student, you have to submit to the specific particular division. So let us have a quick look into those processes. First, identification of broad areas is important, right? So when you try to identify your broad area, what you are supposed to do is that you have looked into different principal approaches of sustainability science during the last more than 1 year. And in second year, you are also trying to look into the principal approach of sustainability science and sectoral and ecosystem approach. So keeping dates in your mind and looking into, as we know, most of you have professional experience in one or other field. So you keep that also, and focusing all those things, try to integrate your experience with the principle you have learned, and in a major central focus should be in sustainability. Then you identify a broad areas. Then you consult a suitable supervisor who are eligible to become a supervisor, to guide you as a supervisor. There are any faculty in the headquarters and academic counselors of our program, postgraduate diploma in sustainability science, master of arts in sustainability science, and those who has completed their PhD in environmental science or related disciplines specifically. When you look into that, when you are trying to identify the supervisors, just look into the qualification. Before you approach them, you just look into their qualification: PhD in environment science, ecology, sustainability science, and economics, sociology, and anthropology and other related discipline. If they do not have PhD degree in that, also those who have completed a master in any of the subject related to the discipline, which is highly indicated over here, at least they must have 2-year teaching or research experience or experience in their field related to the area where you want to work. So they are eligible to become the supervisor, right? Then responsibility of the supervisor as a student also you must understand. Those supervisors whom you approach, they know those academics, they know what is their responsibility. Sometimes, students sometimes casually approach them. So before you approach, you have to understand what are their responsibility. When you approach, I mentioned that first you identify your own, try to incorporate, try to understand your expertise if you are already in service. As we know that most of our students are experienced, they have 3 to 4 year experience, they are working people. Keep that in your mind and try to understand, try to link your experience or expertise with the principle of sustainability science, what you learn, theoretical principle, concept in the last 1.5 years, or those you are going to study in this 2 years master course. Then you apply. For example, you are working in area of sociology, you try to find out the person who are working in the field of sociology or related area. In the area, for example, you are trying to look into one of the sustainable development goals. For example, you are looking into the social aspect of poverty elevation in India. You find out a person which are working in this area. So as a supervisor, what is their responsibility? It is for you student. It is not a question of you prepare a proposal, you go and you ask her sign, please keep the sign, please amend signature over. No, you should understand there. You should show your proposal. This is my concept. How we have to do it. Then they will guide you. So they will help you to identify suitable broad areas, the methodology, how to work on that, the technicality. That is their responsibility, right? And sometimes if your project, the proposed project involves field visit or visiting to an institution or even visiting to a shops or visiting somewhere else, and you can take recommendation letter from the supervisor. So please keep in your mind were the eligible supervisor depending upon the area you are planning to work discuss with the suitable supervisor, as we mentioned that the requirement, academic qualification and related experience. Then now we realize, you know, that what are the responsibility of a supervisor as a student. So what do you expect from them is this, the responsibility, what I mentioned over here, what we mentioned in the last 2 minutes, that you should keep in your mind and approach them, discuss with them, and try to make one of the best project proposal, right? So this is about this. Then when you develop, you know, first after consultation with your supervisor, next step is you have to prepare a proposal. In proposal, the basic outline, basic contents, the components of the proposal is the title should be very clear, that reflects what you are going to do. The title reflects the intricacies, the importance, or highlights your project. Next is introduction. Introduction has to be conceptualized in such a way that you have to introduce that particular area. For example, if you're working towards the status of national park conservation, national parks in India, national parks for environmental conservation, and that you must try to have a review of literature, what is status, who are the people working on that, what is different authors must have worked on that. You must try to highlight those or cite those authors. Then the problem you are looking into that, you have to highlight that. The methodology you are going to follow, maybe in what level, whether are you going to do in local level or national level. For example, as a student of master in this discipline, you may have only 2-3 months to work in this. Accordingly, you identify the level of study. It may be in micro level. Yes, okay. The sampling strategy you are going to follow, the instrument, statistical tools, and approach we have to identify what kind of tools you are going to use. See, that has to be it needs to be reflected, explained in your proposal. Then, sometimes limitation, because you are going to work, it may be the area, the broad areas you are going to work. It may be a case study, it may be whatever, depending upon discussion, academic discussion with your supervisor. But because of the paucity of time, or because of limitation of one of the region, you may have some limitation that should also be reflected in that proposal, right? Of course, references is important, because when we are, as a student of sustainability science, when you are conceptualizing or developing a project proposal, you must try to understand the past, research the things. Research means searching again and again what other people has done. At least try to incorporate more 5 to 10 literatures, academic literatures in that area, right? Then, when you send or you upload your proposal, you should ensure yourself that, as we have annexed to, that is on pro forma for approval of the project. What we have seen here is that the students sometimes, I don't know what has happened with the student, they sometimes do not look carefully on that. Your enrollment number, your name, address, phone number, email address, right? And whatever mentioned in that form are mandatory. Then second page, and it should be signed properly by the student and by the supervisor. Then second, it's IGNOU ID card. Your IGNOU ID card is mandatory. Sometimes students do not enclose IGNOU ID card, because this small process help us to smoothly processing your proposal, because sometimes human error may happen. So we cross-verified in your enrollment number or mode of delivery also, right? So detailed biodata of the supervisor, then of course the project proposal, right? So this is the first page. This is already there in the program handbook and in that suitable site for online student, LMS portal. And for ODL student, we have web-enabled academic support system. People usually do not look into our initiative taken by the faculty for ease of learning methods. We are, from time to time, we are communicating to the students. So please have regularly update all those things in your email, right? The second page, it should be scan copy of IGNOU ID card. This is mandatory. The third is your project proposal. Is I told you it should have title, introduction, objective, problem statement, research methodology, then any limitation, if any, references, right? Then resume of the supervisor. So it should be in this order, right? Don't give this supervisor's CV first. Then after completion of your project proposal, tag purpose, I've been putting your signature about the supervisor, whatever the important mandatory component you have to enclose all these things, then send that proposal for ODL system. That ODL student is, I told you, you know that you may be taking this admission. One is ODL, our convention system of ODL, the another is online, right? So ODL you have to send to the program coordinator, Master of Arts in Sustainability Science. You should clearly reflect that it is MSDP 018 in the envelope. Front, this cover of in the envelope, you should highlight that thing. Okay, you have to send. We do not accept email submission, right? You have to send hard copy in this address, right? For online student, you go to LMS portal. You already have your login credential since it is in second year. Then login and upload here. I'm coming to the point again, right? Then after that you have, as I told you in the beginning, that after that we will communicate to you about the status of your project. Okay, project proposal, right? If it is approved, then you go ahead with your full report. If it is not, some feedback, comment you must have received, improve it, discuss with your supervisor, improve it, and resubmit it, right? So after approval, you just start to work on your project full report. While you're submitting full report, same case you have to follow some of the standard format. Title should be very clear. Then certificate of originality, we call Annexure T. This is available in the suitable site. Then acknowledgement must be there. Then in the certificate of originality over there also, you will see both supervisor and students should sign it there. Table of contents, that is introduction. Try to have a brief review of literatures, methodology, result discussion, conclusion, limitation, suggestion for further work. References should be in APA style and in alphabetical order, right? So this is about APA style. I'm coming again in this, in books, how we have to write this APA style in journal article, book chapter, website. This indicated over here also. You can see in your project handbook and the suitable site also, right? So as an appendix, enclosures would be, if you done some interview or questionnaire based method, you have to enclose that questionnaire, then copy of the approved project proposal pro forma, approved project proposal along with the biodata of the supervisor. Means that project proposal pro forma which is approved and signed by the school program coordinator, that should be enclosed as a appendices, right, in the full report. Okay. So here the question comes, we have to submit again. Here you should be very clear that we have ODL and online. For ODL, you have to submit at Registrar Student Evaluation Division, IGNOU Maidangari, New Delhi, 11006. That standard size, A4 size. You should clearly write project report mass in the envelope, right? Then other information here again, before coming to the online, I just want to tell you that we have web-enabled academic support system. You go there. Okay, this how it indicate. Here you will see, click in the second year, right? Then after that you will see MSDP 018. Click there, we'll find out number of information over here. A student must look into that. We have project work in details, formats over there, sample reports over there. So everything you will get all the information over here. So before sending any queries, first you explore this web-enabled academic support system for the ODL student, right? See, you will see whatever I have shown also over here, selecting topic, project supervisor. So explore that. Then coming to online student, after you log in, right, go to that extreme corner of the right hand extreme corner, then click that my courses. In that you will find out, you will show all the courses will be shown in your screen. Click into MSDP 018 project, second year. See here, project proposal submission for us. See, this is indicative, right? There must be a link where you can submit according to, for example, if it is for June 2026, it will be reflected there as project proposal submission for the June 2026 term in exams, right? All other information is also available here. When you click in MSDP 018, you will find out the same information what we are talking today, but sometimes students are not looking into that, right? So here, the online, what you have to do after you upload it, then you will get information about your status. From time to time, you check the status. Once it is approved, then the same way here, you will find out another link in your account, link to upload your full report, right? For online student, everything is online, okay? Then assessment. Project report, 75%. Then Viva 25%. Viva as well for both ODL online. We're conducting Viva online. Okay. Evaluation scheme, you see 25 marks. 25 marks for this Viva. Race using introductions. Though that is why I try to reflect you must focus on developing or conceptualizing, developing introduction with strong rationality and a strong review of literature, right? So they have different marking system. So you should keep all this thing in your mind while you are preparing in full report, okay? So I would like to take 2 minutes from you because see, the issues I am faced, what I have observed, the issues with the student is they are not able to understand citation and review of literature and APA style. APA styles, because our standard format for referencing is APA style, American Psychological Associations means that. So source details. While you are started your literature, collection of literature, you first should understand source details. It means authors names, year of publication, title of article, book, report, journal of publishers, and DOI. Okay. Then text citation. So when you are citing the text, right, this is when you are paraphrasing, for example, Khuman 2024, direct quote, you have to mention the page. Then multiple authors, you have to follow in this way. Okay. In referencing style, I have shown you here. If it is book, you have to write in this way. This is indicative example. Then for the journal article, for even in the books also, for book chapter, you can see the writer's year, chapter's name, editor's name, then book title, ISBN, and published by. In journal article, then authors, year, in this way. In website, in this way. See, this is very much important. At least you will be able to learn in this process how to conceptualize a project. For example, here we have written all these things. See, here you will see that how we are using citation, right? For single author, for example, here, if you are paraphrasing Singha et al. 2020, page 1, here you will see. But in case of single author, we are only quoting the thing Bansal et al. 2021. This is one of the indicative example of this citation and referencing. Okay, so in this session, what we learn is the different processes, then qualification of the supervisor, conceptualization, the project, conceptualization of project till the evaluation scheme we have discussed in this session. I'm sure with this you will be able to understand the whole process of conceptualization to the submission of project under MSDP 018. With this, thank you very much.